The best arranger keyboard in 2024. I will give you a list of 3 the best keyboards, arranger keyboards in 2024, and I will tell you arguments why I think so on that way. The best arranger keyboard on first place is Ketron Event. On second place is Yamaha Genos2, and on third place is Korg PA5X. If you follow my channel, in 2017 I told you that the best arranger keyboard at that time was a Korg PA4. Then last year I told you that new king of arranger, I don't like that word anymore, but I like to use word the best arranger keyboard, is Event X. Actually Event. At that time we didn't have Genos2, that's why I am making this video when we have all picture. So we have all 3 of those keyboards. We have Korg PA5, we have, then after that we got Event, and then we got Yamaha Genos2. Now, after some period of time exploring those keyboards, listening to those keyboards, now I am 100% sure that I can tell you and I can actually prove that that list is correct list about arranger keyboards. What is the most important in arranger keyboards? It is sound. We will always start from sound. Now, let us compare those arranger keyboards and sound quality. In many of videos, I try to compare them, especially in my late videos. You can see difference between Ketron and Yamaha Genos. Ketron has very powerful and natural sound. Powerful, wide, natural, analog sound that I really like. Whenever you are listening to Ketron in any space, on recording, everywhere, and you will have opportunity to listen that, you will conclude that that is the best sounding instrument. I like Yamaha Genos2. Comparing to Korg PA5, I would say that to me, Yamaha Genos is better than Korg PA5. Now, if we are talking about some area, I would say that I like more solo section from PA5, but I like more rhythm section from Yamaha Genos, and in global, when I'm listening to those instruments, I like globally more sound that is coming out from Genos than Korg PA5. That is about sound. Now, we will go to talk about accessibility to instrument and control. Now, when I'm talking about control, I'm talking about things that we need to control, the most important things. It is not sometimes important how much control do we have on instrument. It is more important which control do we have and how fast access to those control do we have. Now, if I'm performing and if I'm playing, if I'm working, if I want to edit some style and do some moves in real performing, then I need fast access and I have to go to the point to control something that I, in many situations, have to control. I'm not talking now about making styles, producing styles. I'm talking about simple things that we can experience every day, every single day. It's about things that we need every single day. Now, first, if I am performing in different space on different sound systems, very often I need to have access, very fast access to my drum section just to adjust something. And I can do that very fast on Event. Just to press one button and I am there. And I have potentiometers, do whatever I want to do and then go out. Just one move, not several moves, no second window, no something like that. Directly to functions that I may need, that real musician in real situation can need. Just turn down a little bit snare, and even I can save it now. I don't need to stop playing music. I don't need to stop my performance. Like on Genos, you have to stop if you want to save something. And you don't even have access to those things on Genos. Like this. You have on Korg a little bit more buttons, and you can save it. But one move, and you can do whatever you want to do. It is not only that. One move, pianist mode. Out of pianist mode. One move, play live bass. One move, drawbar organ. You can adjust them. You can play them. One move. Now, one move, you can go to your microphone. One move to your vocalizer. One move to your registration. One move to your performance. One move to your voices. Everything, one button directly to the point. And you, whoever has Korg and whoever has Genos, you know what you have to do if you want to do so. So, especially performance, everything. Now that is, and then mix style, drums, bass, chords, mixing parts of the style, everything, whatever you need there, access to variations, access to some things, everything is so clear, visible. That is something that is needed, that real musician who is performing, he needs those functions. Very important functions. Now I am going to talk about 3 things that are innovation that we cannot find in other keyboards, and we cannot find it in previous Scatron keyboard. There is something new that will change our mind about how to perform, how to put things together, how to think about arranger keyboard, and we will get a result that we cannot get from other arrangers. So, especially those 3 things, think about them, and you will be amazed. I am 100% sure, musician, pay attention. Now, we have real instruments, and we have MIDI patterns. They have similarities, they have differences. Now, what is that now? We know something about that. Maybe we saw some information in other videos, but now I'm telling you that in one video, those information about that you can find, and that is something that you don't have in other keyboards, and that is something that's why Scatron is on top. Now, if you go to instrument, in drum section, you can use real drums. What is that real drums? Drums played in studio, recorded in wave format, synchronized well, mixed well, and exported as a wave file, and you use them and you play them together with your patterns, your MIDI patterns that you have in Event, and you have opportunity to hear real instrument, and it will improve quality of global sound of your instrument. So you can use those patterns whenever you want. You can just go there, click to those patterns, and you have user patterns and patterns, go through pages. By the time you are playing, not in live performing, at home you are choosing what do you want to play, which pattern. You just choose pattern. You want to take this pattern, you just take pattern, and you have that pattern. If you don't like it, take another one. If you don't like it, take another one. And you play, just change pattern, play when you find something that is what you need. Same thing with bass guitars. Same thing with real guitars, real chords. So you can choose real instruments in wave format recorded, and you can use them. Now, similarity with MIDI patterns is on the same way you can choose MIDI patterns. But what is difference? Because MIDI patterns will give you opportunity to mix parts of the drum section, to change drums, to better handle tempo changes up and down, and to change keys as well. So you can go from C to D to whatever you want to go if you are using patterns. Now it is much more usable. And those patterns can be more than just 4 measure, more just than something that is simple. And you don't need to care how much measure you have in another parts of your style. You can use, for example, your bass guitar that has 10 measures and other parts they have 4 measures, but your bass guitar will play on different way. It will blend very well, and you will never get bored or same phrase that you can listen like, and you will never hear something like this, like bam, 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 bam. It is a lot of happening and in that pattern, because it has 14 measures. You can do whatever you want to do, or 10 measures, or 8 measures, whatever number of measure you prefer, and it works on excellent way. And now, what is the most important thing? How you handle all those things. Imagine that in front of you you have 3 boxes. In one box you have a lot of pattern of drums from any music genre. And then you have in another box you have bass guitars, a lot of bass guitars. Pop, rock, folk, funk, whatever you want. Then you have another chords in another box. And you can just say, okay, I'm using those drums. You open style using those drums. I don't like that begin, I will change for another begin. I will take begin bass. No, I don't like that bass, I will change for oriental bass. Then you take begin chord. Okay, I think I can put some dance there pattern, or I can put disco, or I put whatever I can put, or another begin. You choose whatever. Like when you are making food, you choose ingredients and you'll make perfect food for you. It's same thing here. You don't need to have knowledge about Cubase. You don't need to have knowledge about making styles. You don't need to worry about which MIDI track is that. What, for example, is name for that marker or something like that. Nothing. You are in instrument. You don't need to open computer. If you have those patterns, choose patterns, put them together, mix something, like it, save it. Mix again, like it, save it. So that is innovation that you have in Ketron event. It's very powerful. It is not something, it is not just new thing. It is something new, something really important new, beneficial. So, and next thing, intervals. Whoever needs intervals, many of us, we need intervals. We like to use intervals. We know how to play. We are musicians. Every musician good musician know how to play in intervals. But it is beneficial if we are making combination of the sounds to have a rich final product of the sound. To have on one key several instruments with several different intervals. You will get a rich sound. That is when you need it. It is not about that you don't know how to play in intervals. So, Ketron solved that on the way that you make scale. And you change, after you have scale, you can change any key or any instrument anytime. You don't need to save one particular third, like on Genos, of instrument, one particular third, or on Korg main note, then interval you must have there, and then you can change all those instruments that you saved, not all of them, just all those that you saved. You are limited in Genos as well. In Korg more, in Genos a little bit less, but in Ketron there is no limitation at all. Now, conclusion. Why in 2017 Korg was the best? And why now game is changed? Because time is different. And keyboards changed. And technology changed. And you change your opinion about something when time is different, when keyboard is different. I used to play Korg from 2004 to 2017 on every forum and everywhere. I used to tell you that Korg is the best. And at that time, in everything, when you put everything together, Korg was the best in everything together, not in certain area. But now, Genos changed a lot. They have joystick, they have touch screen, they have improved version of making intervals. They have a lot of nice things here, stability. But Korg didn't move from, they didn't move from 2017. They moved in quality of the sound and some new functions, but they went back because they are missing some functions that are needed for work that they had in Core PA4, and they have a lot of problems with their operating system, and they're not fixing that. They're just quiet. Nobody knows when they are going to fix something. They're just hiding somewhere and not telling us what they are doing and not doing actually. You wait for operating system for months and for function that you need and for them for solve some problem. That is not acceptable by the users. And of course, user will change mind and they will move from Korg away if Korg doesn't do something very soon. Korg was the most important, powerful in using MIDI files, but they are not now in that. They are not anymore powerful to use MIDI files because they have some problems with using player number 1, 2. You cannot control player number 2. Actually, player number 2 in Korg you cannot control, but you was able to control that when on PA4. On PA4 you can control, on PA5 you cannot control that. So they went back with that functionality. Now, but Ketron, what Ketron did? In previous model, we didn't have solution to use intervals. We didn't have MIDI patterns or real drums or real instruments in this on this way like now. So they improved a lot, and that's why we have that list on this way now. Presently, because of all improvements and usability, Ketron is number 1, the best arranger on the planet. Second is Yamaha Genos, a lot of improvements, stability. Korg didn't move from 2017, some improvements, but some problems and missing functionality. So that is conclusion. Please put your comment and tell me what do you think about this. And have a great day. See you in my next video.